Valley Club, some of the power chords that you may be expecting this week, well, they're not there, but this is not a bug. We're gonna talk about what has happened to these. Also, what is the next team after the new Immortal Weapon team? And is it worth climbing up the Baxter Tower that's coming tomorrow? We're talking about all of these things in this edition of the Monday Mailbag. And if you're ready for it, you know what to do, Valley Club. Find that like button and let's go smash it. And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin. Hope you're having an excellent day. Hope you had a great weekend, and I hope you're ready for everything coming up this week in Marvel Strike Force. We're gonna talk about where the power cores went and all of your mailbag questions. And if you get some value from the video today, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you know as soon as a brand new Marvel Strike Force video goes up on a normal week, at least 5 pieces of content. But let's go to the latest. This is from Brother Pathfinder about the World Warrior Command Center. It says, Commanders, we wanted to make you aware that the World Warrior Command Center will not have power cores in them. There will be power cores as part of the mysterious rift starting later this week. So if we go into the game right now, we have the Command Center events launch for this week on World Warrior. We look at these milestones, lots of this sigils. We look at these objectives. We have training modules, we have commander experience, and that is it. I believe there used to be power cores here. I'm not sure how many you're missing, but what it does say is it's going to an event, the Mysterious Rift, later this week. And if we go and look at the Friday blog post, the most recent one, November 18th is when it's supposed to start. So that should be coming tomorrow instead of today. And if we look, it is already updated. The Mysterious Rift, that is a chapter showcase for the new Immortal Weapons team. So it does look like, who's coming tomorrow? Is it Steel Serpent? Swords Master is coming tomorrow. Okay, so when his release is coming tomorrow, we're having a showcase for the Immortal Weapons. And that is where we're gonna get power cores. And it looks like the rewards were also updated. Power cores, shop credits, command experience is what we're getting from the Mysterious Rift. So I guess it makes it a little better that you're getting some power cores as well. We still have this vote that should be coming later this week. Symbiote Gambit, Symbiote Nightcrawler, Symbiote Quicksilver. I think there are cool things for each of them. Gambit throwing some cards that become symbiotes, Quicksilver teleporting around and infecting people, and then Quicksilver being super, super fast. Thematically, they could do a lot with this, but let me know who you are leaning towards for this vote. It is gonna start on November 19th, and make sure once the vote starts, you vote every single day, regardless of who you want to win. Make sure you're voting, because every single day you're gonna get 50 power cores and 50 campaign energy. And again, it is starting November 19th, so in a couple days from now. Well, let's get into Discord and your mailbag questions of the week. Big shout out to each and every one of you that left a question for this week's mailbag video. And if you want to leave a question for one of these future mailbag videos, we do these every single week. Make sure you join the Discord. The link, as usual, is going to be down below. And the first question of the week, I have a question for you. Do you think the next team will be a Cosmic Crucible or a different team altogether? Well, they have not announced who the team is, but if we go into the game and look at our roster, what we can do is go to the recent squads here. Take a look at the recent squads we have. And this is something they newly added within the past year or so. So if you're a returning player, you can see all the recent teams in order that they're released. So the most recent team that we have right now is the Undying. The Immortal Weapons are kind of released at this point as well, but Undying War Team, Immortal Weapons, they are a raid team with some extra value, a little bit of value in Crucible, a little bit of value in War because of the tags that these characters have. Also the Brimstone team. This is a battle roll team, but also very good in War. We have the Insidious 6 raid team with some Crucible / raid value for the old Superior 6 and old Sinister 6 tags. Secret Warriors total raid team. Infestation, another raid team. So raid offense with the Secret Warriors, war offense with the Secret Warriors, and war defense with the Infestation, with the Hellfire Club, which is okay on war defense, but primarily a raid team. And then let's go to the Fantastic Four MCU arena team. And then we have our most recent full just Cosmic Crucible team, not with some plug and play value, just full Cosmic Crucible team, that Curse. So if we look at what we've had recently, War, raids and War, we have Battle World and War, we have raids and War / Crucible, War. I think just by process of elimination, the next team should be a Crucible team. The modes that they release teams for that have some kind of synergy, the normal modes, Arena, then they have the raids, and they have War, Crucible, and then once in a while they have a Battle Royale team that the two Battle Royale teams, the Brimstone, Astral, have also been good in War. So those are the 4 primary game modes, and if they usually do Arena teams about every year or so. So I think we're a little too soon for them to adjust the Arena meta. So just by process of elimination, I know it's a long answer, but Cosmic Crucible is my next guess for the next team. Of course, not sure who they are, and there are rumors floating around, but not sure who they are or what they are for. That's just kind of a guess based on some of the information that's in the game right now. Let's move on to the next question, though. Valley, watch your last mailbag question video. I was thinking about the tower mode. I think it'd be cool if they move the tower mode into something like Danger Room, the mode I enjoy the most. I also enjoy the Danger Room the most, but again, it's very much the right team RNG it, so it lacks the way the want to go back in and over and over. Yeah, so a lot of time, like the initial run is very fun for me. So when they add new floors, like I was saying last week in the mailbag video and in the news video, and last week when we got the announcement that the tower mode was actually coming to the game this week, I like the new floors, but the problem with this version of the Baxter Tower, it looks like it is exact same version that we had last time. And for me, the follow-up floors, like floors 1 through 40 or so, just a random number in my head, but there's the newer floors are the ones that are challenging, and those are the ones that are fun. These return floors, which it looks like it is going to be, especially based on these rewards, with we go to the Omega version, which should have the best rewards. See, the top rewards here is just like older Crimson gear here, Crimson parts here, and then some ISO 8 level 3 purple ISO 3. So really old rewards. So I don't think they updated anything. So yes, combining some RNG with this to make it a little more fun with the Danger Room, some kind of like roguelike, I would love that. But yeah, if they keep doing these towers, what I would like to see is all the old floors that you've been through already. If you've beaten it maybe, I don't know, just some right out 3 times for previous towers, you don't have to do those floors anymore. So that way they could bring these back. They could just add new floors. Newer players will have that full experience, and then older players, they'll just have to go through the new content. But that is what I was thinking. Your way I like as well, with the Danger Room, combining some RNG with that. There's a lot of ways they could do this and make it fun, but I think both of the suggestions, there's probably a ton more as well, but both of the suggestions would give us a tower and some kind of RNG and giving some different enemies and stuff like that. I think that would be fun for me, but let me know if there's some other way that they could introduce a tower, bring these back, just have some kind of some kind of an auto type mode in the game where the enemies are auto generated. I think that's what the Danger Room was supposed to be, but if it's something like this, like a tower mode where you're getting some auto generated enemies, you could go in again, no penalty for keep attempting it. That would be like the best of both worlds for me. But there is a second part of the question. I think they need to put some kind of milestone or mission system to make it replayable over the weeks or months that they have it, and maybe make it a monthly thing. I would love for it to be consistent, because like I said last week when I was making a bunch of content, the game has been pretty boring. I'm looking forward to this week because of some announcement. We have a Danger Room coming back. We're doing the Baxter Tower coming back, like I said, but I think the fun this time is not just getting through the tower. I think we got to make our own fun by forcing ourselves to use some different teams. Hopefully the tags on each of the floors allow us to use some different teams, explore some of the new teams that we have instead of just using the old Fantastic Four MCU meta. All right, thoughts. Sorry, Bill of Wallace, stay safe. Hey, I hope you stay safe, and the rest of the Valley Club, I hope you're staying safe as well. I'm also streaming with arena teams that have Emma Frost, mainly the Professor X. So this is probably the X-Men version of Emma Frost, mainly Professor X3, Fantastic Four, MCU, and Frost. I use Frost. They always seem to go first. Is it a stat thing, or am I missing a trick? For myself, I don't see too much of the normal Emma Frost in there, but I see Emma Frost MCU all the time. A lot of times what I do is going with Apocalypse, and it is kind of a coin flip. If my Franklin goes first, usually I win. If their Franklin goes first, usually they win, but sometimes I'll win. Let's actually go into the game right now and look for an arena matchup. Hopefully we can find someone with the Emma Frost there on defense. All right, man, I want to hit the highest target here. We don't have a Emma Frost on defense except for right here. So, not a very efficient fight. We're going from 62 to 61, but just let's go in here with this fight here. So, what are you using? 3 Fantastic Four MCU, Professor X, and Apocalypse. Apocalypse has that same kind of mechanic in his passive to stop speed. Man, I can't remember if it's speed stat or speed bar, but he eliminates a lot of the some of the speed that Emma brings to the table. I think they kind of cancel each other out, so it's just a coin flip at this point, and their Franklin goes first. Let's see if we could come back from this. Really depends on who the Professor X targets here. If their Professor X targets are Mr. Fantastic, we should win. If our Professor X gets targeted by their Professor X, we lose though. All right, so their Invisible Woman went. I don't like this matchup here. All right, our Invisible Woman will go. All right, let's see who their Professor X targets. This is where the fight is, and our Professor X got targeted. All right, let's restart this. Let's come back and see if we could win the coin flip. I'm pretty sure it's just pretty much a coin flip. Before we go into the next matchup, I want to show you the passive Apocalypse. This is why Apocalypse is a good counter to Emma Frost and Emma Frost MCU. The character cannot be revived, but the speed of this character and each ally can only be reduced by slow. The start of the match, enemy characters cannot spawn with safeguards, so only reduced by slow. That is the speed of each character, so that means that Emma Frost passive is not going to work. It means that it's pretty much a coin flip, whether you go first or whether your Franklin goes first or their Franklin goes first. All right, we're about to go in again with the same exact team, 50% chance to get the good RNG, and we don't get it. Their Franklin goes first again. Let's play this out though. Let's see if we could get their Professor X to target something different. All right. That happens. That always happens. All right. And now their Professor X goes. If we do not get targeted, we win. All right. And we didn't get targeted there. Our Professor X did not get targeted. Could still win this. Let's go ahead and win this one now, but it is a lot of RNG. You could lose the coin flip over and over and over again, or there could be days that you win all 5 coin flips. But even if you lose the coin flip and something like this happens where their Professor X targets somebody else on the other side, you can still win. I think we are in auto territory at this point. Yeah, as soon as Professor X does is they're all dead. Let's go. And Mr. F does his thing, and Professor X, here it comes. They're all dead. Die. There it is. That's the win. But yeah, it is a lot of RNG, 50% chance, 50-50 coin flip every time you go in against one of those Emma Frost matchups. Hopefully you win, or if you don't win that coin flip, hopefully the Professor X targets somebody else. But yeah, unfortunately, it is a coin flip. So the best you could do is just hope that you win the coin flip, or hope that their Professor X doesn't target yours. All right, Valley, how were your adventures? We had some pretty fun ones. We had a nice trip with just myself and the wife. My wife's sister came in and watched the kids, took them to all their sports, took them to school and everything like that. So it was just a nice vacation. That's pretty much what we've done a couple weeks ago. And then since we've been getting back, I've just been taking the kids on the weekends to their soccer games. They've been pretty busy with that. But just wondering, is Nova worth dark promotion credits and dark diamond credits? Do you think Gear Tier 20 is more broadly available as in free to play, or are they still slow drip? If yes, how long till it's more broadly available? All right. So first off, with Nova, I cannot think of any content that I use Nova in right now. I know that on some of the floors, like raid floors, or some of these like PvE content that we have to beat, on the enemy team, I do see Novas sometimes, and they are annoying, but my own Nova, I have not used them in a long time. I can't even remember the team that he was on. It is not in the meta anymore. He does have a nice battlefield effect, and maybe if it gets a rework, he'll be worth it to use, but I don't find me using Nova anywhere. Now, if you are using Nova a lot, maybe you can upgrade him. Just know that once you get to the end game, all those upgrades, you probably want them on someone else. So you can upgrade him if he's going to help you get through content that you can't get through that content with any other characters. He will give you some short-term value, but long-term in the end game, unless he gets a rework, not really useful. As far as Gear Tier 20, as far as what I think, as far as the availability, I guess it really depends on where you are in the game. As if you're free to play and at the end game, maybe you've been playing for a long time, in our end game alliance, I think you are getting a lot of Gear Tier 20 pieces, or at least those orbs through doing the raids every day. Now, if you're a newer player, free to play, or you're mid-game player, been playing for, you've been playing and not really with your alliance at the doing the highest difficulty raid. As a free-to-play player, I don't think there's enough gear tier 20 pieces just for the community. Normally, once the big chase goes away, for this one, the gear tier 20 is for Professor X. So once the majority of the community, or whatever number they have set for their design goals, once that number is reached, that's usually when they ease up on the availability of these gear tier 20 pieces. So at this point, I would think that they already should have released it, made it a lot easier. Normally, it's towards the end of the year, because we should be getting gear tier 21 coming up early maybe not January, but early part of 2026. We should have gear tier 21 coming, so they should ease up on gear tier 20. Hopefully they start to do that for a lot of free-to-play players if they have not already. How long till it's broadly available? I think it should have been broadly available now, but as far as what they're going to continue to do, I am not sure. But yeah, it should have been made available already. So hopefully, if it's not, hopefully it is very soon. Hopefully we get some kind of announcement, gear tier 20 coming very soon, or maybe they don't announce it. Maybe they just throw it into the universe there. And I guess it really would depend on what you're spending your chapter currency on. If you're spending your sigils or your antimatter or whatever on your gear tier 20, maybe you have a bunch of that. But if you're spending it like myself on a little bit of gear tier 20, a little bit of new characters, you might be out. But that is it for me now. Hopefully you got some value from this video today. And if you did get some value from the video, leave the video a like, check me out on social media, check out some of the other videos on the channel. And if you want to check out the triple threats of Marvel Strike Force, check out the video up there, and I'll see you guys next time. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching, guys. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out. Take care. See you guys tomorrow.